Walking behind me right now is a fellow trainer named Brittany, and she is working with our two 23-year-olds. We have the smaller of the two being Quill, and the larger is Max. Max is our only male pinnahead, which is a fancy word for rainbow feather-footed marine mammals, which is and sea lions that live here in this exhibit. So with Leah's help today, we're going to point out some of the differences between our seals and our sea lions, who do share the exhibit and are also found out in the natural habitat together. Now, seals, sea lions, California sea lions, Steller sea lions, and Pacific harbor seals are all found along the Oregon coast. They range from Southern California, California sea lions and harbor seals, and then they range all the way up to British Columbia together. From there, we have the Steller sea lions, and they go all the way up to Alaska with the harbor seals that we have. So these guys are pretty broad range out in the natural habitat. They're built for our cold waters as well as turbulent oceans. They have a very thick layer of body fat, which keeps them warm, and they can have very strong swimming skills as well. Now, however, for as closely related as they are, belonging to the same scientific order, there's quite a few differences between them. Now, we're not going to pull a harbor seal out of the exhibit. They've already had their last bucket for today. But some of them may swim by the windows as we get the presentation. We can get a close look at the spotted relatives in our pool. Those are our female harbor seals. They are the spotted animals that range from a gray or silver color with black spots to a black color with white or blue spots. They have different coat colors, like we have different hair color naturally. However, our California sea lions are all brown. And you'll notice that there are spots nowhere on their body. They're a solid color. Very dark brown like Max, to very light brown like Seal. Now you may also notice that vocalization that we have those two over there making, and Leah. That is a sea lion's bark or roar, Max being the loudest of them, but also our heaviest at close to 500 pounds. So that vocalization is something that sea lions are very well known for. You will not hear our harbor seals, one of which happens to be over by that window right there, make any type of noise. Very shy and quiet animals by nature, they only hear blowing, hissing, or growling noise if they feel threatened or cornered. These guys, however, especially Quill, are very vocal throughout their session. Another difference between our sea lions, if you look at either side of Leah's head, and I'm going to send her up closer to the windows for a moment, you'll notice that she has external ear flaps or earlobes like you and I. Good? Leah, window?
Wow.
They simply have holes where their ears are found. However, both animals have excellent hearing above and below the water surface. The only difference being that the sea lion's ear flaps on the outside instead of not having them like our harbor seals. Another difference is as our seal swims around the pool, I think that one is Candy. You'll notice that she's using her broad hind flippers in a side-to-side motion to move around. Now, seals are quite slow and clumsy, especially on land. And in the water, we're talking at about 10 miles per hour. However, California sea lions having very powerful long front flippers, good, which they use much like Pink, propel themselves through the water. Show me up there.
Hello.
Very nice job. They can clock in speed to over 25 miles per hour in atmosphere. They use the speed to outspeed their predators and hunt for their prey. They're very active animals out in the open as well. Harbor seals tend to move a lot slower, finding to be a little more stationary along the coastline, just bottling, sitting vertically in the water, checking things out around them. Those powerful front flippers allow Leah to clock in very quickly through the water. Good girl. Lift your entire body weight in and out of the water surface. But you also saw how easily she used them on land. Leah, flip. Very good. So on land they're used just like we would use our legs to walk on. Sea lions support their body weight on those powerful front flippers. Both Quilt and Max do a front flipper stance to demonstrate just how powerful they are. But inside these front flippers, they have the same digits that you and I have. If you took an x-ray, they'd have 5 fingers. Their bones are just much longer underneath that webbing that they have. Seals have the same thing, but they're very short and stumpy. They also have claws on their front flippers, whereas the sea lions do not. The last difference between our seals and sea lions is their hind flippers. So if you look at them, they do look like they have very broad hind flippers, whole, and they do. However, just above their hind flippers at their hip bone right here, they have a hinged or rotating hip bone. And just like you and I can, we can sit down and stand back up. Well, the same goes for our sea lions. They can tuck those hind flippers underneath them, walk upstairs, climb over rocks, and run as fast as a person on land. Definitely giving them the advantage when they're out of the water. Our harbor seals, however, not as fortunate. As you look at them, they do not have a hinged or rotating hip bone. So they actually have to flop on their bellies, much like an inchworm would move along. Okay, these guys will show it off behind me. There we go, there's their first.
They're like bears.
They have to move much more quickly on land, so seals have to spend a lot of time where the land meets the water, whereas sea lions, they'll walk great distances inland, and they'll swim great distances out into the open ocean in search of food. Now you might have noticed our sea lions performing certain behaviors while we've had them out here. All of these behaviors are taken from their natural abilities. You ready? Right.
Oh my goodness.
Good girl. Showcasing their amazing natural abilities and features, such as those powerful front flippers with a long, slender neck, rotating hip bones, very sensitive whiskers. When we train using positive reinforcement, or called operant conditioning, where we reward behaviors we want them to repeat again, and simply ignore inappropriate behaviors. So when we go to train them, we train them a variety of things. First off, we train maintenance behaviors, which allows us to work very closely with them. By having Leah hold in a certain location while I can safely move around her, I can have her gait to a holding pool behind the scenes, or just follow my fingers so I can move her around the exhibit. From there, we train very important husbandry behaviors, which are a fancy term for vet checkups, vet behaviors, where I can have her open up her mouth and I can brush her teeth. We can have her lie down, draw her blood. If necessary, have her roll over. I can x-ray for ultrasound to just check her body over for cuts, scrapes, and abrasions. By having these cooperative behaviors, it cuts down on their stress, increases their health, happiness under human care, and allows us to work very closely with them. Those last fun behaviors, such as lying down, give yourself a round of applause. Saluting. Sticking out their tongue. Good. Saying yes. Good. Give yourself a little spanking. Good. These are all fun behaviors that stimulate them both mentally and physically. So if you guys were in the same location every single day, such as a classroom, you did the same thing over and over and over again, it actually gets pretty boring. Well, the same goes for our marine mammals. We switch up what behaviors we ask for, or the types of things that we're training to give them their reward, which is their food, or attention, or maybe a good rundown. And then from there, it's stimulating both physically through exercise and mentally, much like us doing a crossword puzzle, trying to figure out what could be coming next. Now these guys, as I said, are found out along our coastline. California sea lions are very prevalent along the Oregon coast, and we actually have a residential population of males down at the bayfront in Coast Aquarium. If you guys are interested in watching these guys in their natural habitat, you could go down to the historic bayfront and see them. However, just keep in mind, as closely as we work with our California sea lions, they are still wild animals. Being a marine mammal, they are federally protected. It is illegal to approach one, harass, injure, or kill any marine mammal in the coastal waters of the U.S. Please respect the wildlife, let them remain wild, never approach them. They can, believe it or not, be very dangerous with sharp teeth, powerful jaws, and like I said, they can very easily outrun a human. So we can take our photos from a distance, but never harass them. They deserve to be where they are just as much as we do. We're going to be winding down in our feet in just a moment. We are getting low on fish. We want to thank you for visiting us this beautiful day along the Oregon coast. We hope you come back to visit us again soon. And in just a few moments at 3:30, we do have a sea otter session, our last of the day. We'll be in the exhibit right next door. Yes, come on over. See you, Tom. Okay, did you guys have a wonderful day?
Thank you.
Oh, this way. Here he comes. Or she. Those guys are so big.
Great, good to see you now. Just look.
Yeah,
Yo, the big one is.